Today we're going to take a look at the transportation sector. It's a sector of the market that tends not to perform well in the summer months. In fact, from August 1st until October 9th, from 1990 to 2015, the transportation sector has lost an average of 3.9% and has only been positive 38% of the time. So why are we looking at the transportation sector for performance poorly at this time of the year? Well, because it gives an indication about what's taking place in the market, and it's already underperforming. In fact, if you take a look here, it's been consolidating since the beginning of the year, underperforming the S&P 500, and that's can be shown here with this relative performance line with the S&P 500. You can see it underperforming as this line moves lower. So here we are, we're in that part of the year where the transportation sector performs poorly, and if it continues to perform poorly and underperform the S&P 500, that might indicate further weakness ahead for the S&P 500. Here we are, just above the bottom of this consolidation box for the transportation sector, and if it breaks below that, we might actually see some further weakness ahead. The transportation sector is considered a leading indicator by some investors because although you may have some bigger macro numbers like the GDP or the employment numbers or even PMI saying, oh, this is, the market's actually looking quite good, goods and people need to be shuttled about, and if the transportation sector is not performing as well as it typically does, that might be an indication that things will be a little bit weaker to come. Now, if the S&P 500 rallies at this point, it's possible that the transportation sector could also have a very strong rally and outperform the S&P 500. But if we see further weakness for the transportation sector, it's probably indicating that the S&P 500 might have some bumps in the road, as you say, a little bit ahead. Thank you very much.